It's Little Miss Splendid by Roger Hangover.
What in the act? This is not Roger Hangover. You mess up on cursive writing. You just realized it's the cursive writing.
That's what it is. It's just funny when I say it.
Nothing was too good for Little Miss Splendid. She lived in a huge house surrounded by large gardens. She slept in an enormous bed with silk sheets and silk pillowcases.
Ooh,
nice life.
Fancy.
She bathed in a gold bath, and she dined off silver plates. Oh, she was splendid. At least she thought so. Little Miss Splendid was a lot of herself, and in fact, she thought of something else.
Little Miss Splendid is something else.
She found herself on a road. Along came Mr. Small out for a short walk. "Good morning," he remarked, politely raising his hat. Little Miss Splendid stuck her nose even higher in the air.
Ooh, my goodness, she stuck up.
And walked past him, he was there. What a common little man, she thought to herself. What? She came to a bus stop. Mr. Happy and Mr. DJ were waiting at a bus stop. Hello, grinned Mr. Happy. Who are you? She replied, am Splendid. Oh, said Mr. Happy.
She got her nose up in the air.
How do you know?
I hope it don't rain. She drowned.
Are you going to catch the bus? Asked Mr. Daydream. Me? She said, the bus. Never. She went on, have never ever in the whole of my life traveled on a bus. An expression of his distaste crossed her face. You have to sit next to people on buses, she went on, and that will never do. Oh, said Mr. Happy, and scratched his head. He couldn't think of anything to say. Miss Splendid walked off with her nose very high in the air.
Oh, my goodness.
Not one for public transit.
Happy 40th anniversary Back to the Future, by the way.
Hey, that's right.
Miss Splendid arrived in town. She looked at herself in all the shop windows she walked down the street. I must say, she thought to herself, I do look absolutely splendid. And then something caught her eye.
What was it? What was it? Was it a pair of shoes?
It's not.
Was it some stockings?
It's not.
Was it a walking cane?
It's not a walking cane, you gator.
Okay, it's a wait, Piggy. It's got to be a UFO.
What? Gonzo's UFO.
Looks like a UFO to me. Look at that hat. Looks like a UFO hat.
Yeah, it looks like a UFO. Then in the middle of the window of the hat shop was a hat. Not just a hat and a half. The most magnificent, sumptuous, desirable, and gorgeous.
Oh my goodness, it was sumptuous.
Sumptuous, desirable, gorgeous, spectacular, amazing, splendid hat you've ever seen.
My goodness.
How could you expect yourself to eat the voice as sumptuous as this?
Not as sumptuous as that, Miss Piggy.
Pork isn't good for gators.
That's right.
Miss Splendid arrived at the shop.
That's what Miss Piggy would say.
She snapped her fingers and a sales lady hurried to her side. Good morning, madam, the sales lady said. Miss Splendid ignored her. Can I help you? I, announced little Miss Splendid, wish to try the hat in the window.
Ooh, you sure ain't a pair of shoes?
What? Miss Splendid looked at herself in the mirror. Magnificent, she breathed. I look absolutely magnificent. I'll take it, she announced. But don't you want to know how much it costs? Asked the sales lady. Costs? Queried Miss Splendid loftily. I never discussed money matters. Send me the bill. And she marched out of the shop.
No.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. Plot twist.
Uh-oh.
Miss Splendid stood on the pavement and held up her hand. Taxi, she announced in a loud, important voice. A taxi stopped. Take me home, she ordered, and went to get in, but of course she couldn't. Her new hat was much too large to fit through the taxi door. Driver, she said, you must purchase yourself a large taxi.
Oh my goodness. A bigger taxi.
In the meantime, she went on, I shall walk.
Oh my goodness.
This hat is made for walking.
Can't wait till she gets the bill.
The taxi driver grinned. Little Miss Splendid walked along. Perhaps it's better to walk, she thought to herself, so that everyone has the chance to admire my magnificent new hat. But then it happened.
Uh-oh.
It started to rain. And And the trouble was, the more it started to rain, the more it
Black
rained.
clouds have come in.
And the trouble was, the more it rained, the more Miss Splendid got wet. And the trouble was, the wetter she got, the wetter her hat got. What a sorry sight, don't you agree?
Oh my goodness, that's a sorry sight.
The
She
bus.
should have rode the bus.
The bus, on its return journey from town, passed her along. Mr. Happy and Mr. Daydream, on their way home and sitting in dry, looked out the window. I say, remarked Mr. Happy, looking at the bedraggled figure trudging along in the wet. What a splendid sight. Mr. Daydream giggled. Splendid, he agreed. Miss Splendid, looking anything but splendid, arrived home. However, after a hot bath in her gold bath, and after a boiled egg in a golden egg cup, eaten with a silver spoon, she felt much better.
Oh my goodness, I reckon she did.
In fact, later she spent an extremely pleasant evening looking at. Well, what do you think she spent all evening looking at? No, not television.
What was it?
Herself in the mirror.
Oh my goodness, Splendid. She is just, she's splendiferous. Piggy, you know what I think about that?
What?
I think you did a good job on that reading. And also I think, let's make music together. Let's make sweet harmony. Let's make music together, baby. Let's make music together,
Partner.
partner. And we'll always be friends.
I'm going to slap you. Hi-ya!
Hi-ya!
Too funny. You